Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play 35 plus years of Event Squad Leader. Today is... Did you remember, Rutan? Yeah. No, 21st September? Do you remember?
Oh, no,
The
I did
21st?
not.
Ah. Dang.
It's
Anyway.
funny because I actually played that song on piano today.
Uh, today's scenario is an official one, so it feels a little weird that we're going back to official stuff. But since neither of us has touched Hakapale, this is a great time to get into those scenarios. Finally, I guess. And we have ASL scenario 162, armored car Savikurki. This scenario, as you can probably imagine from the time frame, is a Finnish versus Russian scenario. Although it's got a bit of a twist here, not only because of the overlays that kind of muck things up, but for other reasons too. So, to put it simply, the Finns start on essentially the right side of the map, is where they enter, and they have to exit off of the west edge. Their objective specifically is to exit 5 or more exit VP, excluding prisoners, so prisoners don't count, of non-crew infantry off the west edge. It's important to specify this because both OOBs are rather small, although the Finnish seems to be even smaller. The Finns have 4 squads, a leader and a LMG, and 1 armored car with a potential leader. So, and they're against 7 squads. So this is a very small scenario. And despite it being so small, it is still 6.5 turns. So there's it definitely feels like they want you to be aggressive and not worry too much about being broken, because you will potentially rally as long as you don't constantly get bothered by Russians. Let's put the sniper here. Actually, do I need him there? Yeah, he's good in there. So there's some overlays on the board. These overlays ruin the snow effect. I don't think there's converted overlays, or maybe they just...
I looked for him. There wasn't for this type.
Which kind of sucks, because it looks so much better when when they are converted. But obviously the regular board isn't a snowboard, so you kind of have to play around with a lot anyways. So EC is wet, which I don't think is going to come into effect, although might as well put it down just in case the armored car decides it wants to blow up, and then anything else wants to catch fire. There's no wind. Ground snow is in effect, which doesn't really change too much. We played this last time, so road movement is a mandatory 1. You can't use road bonus. There's no paved roads, so we don't have to worry about that at all. All buildings are wooden. Russian early war doctrine is in effect, and all Finnish infantry have winter camouflage. Now, presumably that means that even the crew, so if the crew survive, like if they get blown up and survive, they also would have winter camouflage, which I guess just to make it less, having to do less paperwork. Russian early war doctrine is only going to affect Rutan in the smallest way possible, because normally it relies on Russian AFV go first. They have no choice to do so outside of Berserk infantry, which is like a weird hierarchy, but whatever. And then you can't use armored assault. There's no OBA is never accurate, that sort of stuff. But for Rutan, unfortunately, the only thing that will affect him is a -1 DRM in CC that is not cumulative, with -1 DRM for a capture attempt. So basically, it's a -1. That's all. I don't even think we can't even do hand to hand, I don't think. So it's it's really not gonna matter.
What's my sniper number, by the way?
Your sniper number is 2, I believe. Let me double check. SAN is 2, ELR is 2.
Okay.
So ELR is going to be important. That's probably about it. Yeah, about all I can really think of for this scenario. So I think, without further ado, we can do this one. So weather, as is natural, no change, as is normal. I forgot to mark this. Is it? That's the one. So I'm just gonna take the um, concealment off, just because obviously you'll know what it is. Um, but the only thing is that if I drive down this road, you will need to reveal a guy in here to like do it legitimately, right? Um, so armored car comes in. Actually, you know what? I also forgot. I need to put a thing because in case there's some stuff here.
So, with that in mind, so if I wait until you get to like here
Hmm.
or here before I do it, since you were here for like 3 movement factors, do I still get the don't
No,
have to take that or oh I have to?
no matter. So my understanding of the rule, and admittedly, I haven't gone back to it for like an intense rereading or whatever. But my understanding is that even if a unit could have been seen, if you choose to never identify a unit in a hex, then it doesn't matter. The finish unit in this case would retain concealment, even if you could have seen it for 4 hexes, because you didn't reveal a unit. Um, I think it's just so that you can't like abuse that fact. Because a thing that you could do, as an example, there would also be a lot of extra minutia, but the general idea that I understand is that, um, let's say that you don't reveal anybody, and I have all my guys, run into U2 and U3, right? You don't reveal anybody, and then in the defensive fire, or even at the final move in the movement phase, you go, okay, well, I had a guy here, and now all your guys are removed, are unconcealed. Well, would I have made those same moves? Like if I know a unit is there, I wouldn't necessarily move up to them, and then like which unit would have actually been seen, where, how does LOS would it define it, all that sort of extra stuff. Um
Gotcha.
and it's just like a matter of, again, like it's very unfair because if you have, let's say you have dummies and you're trying to use them to root out where your potential defenders are or the attackers are. If you don't declare it and then you say like, well, at the end of the movement phase those guys don't exist anymore because I have this real guy, okay, well then you wouldn't have, there's so much more that you wouldn't do, or that it would affect. So
Gotcha.
that's my
Okay.
understanding of it. So but just as a slight or small addendum, for anybody who is watching, and whether it's YouTube or here on Twitch, um, please let me know if that is different, because yeah, I would like to be corrected if I'm wrong on that one. So anyways, so that was one, two, three. Pretend he's on the road here.
Yep.
And then yeah, so just let me know whenever you want to reveal a guy. Also important to note, when you reveal a unit, it can be any unit, and you do not have to show if that unit is carrying something, which is pretty important because
Yeah.
yeah. Um, 4 into U9.
I'll show it.
Sure. So this guy is now unconcealed. Goes to V8 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
Continues to W8 for 6.
Okay.
Any shots?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to stop for 7.
Okay.
And if there's...
When you do that,
Sure.
yeah, I'll shoot you with the machine gun.
No. Okay.
That will hit.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything. There would be a +2 for having moved. Small. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a hit. Okay, thank God. Although you do have rate of fire, which is not fun. So now that he's stopped there, I'm just gonna double check. Do I have anything? No. Cool. I'm going to toss vehicular smoke grenades because I don't have any other dispensers or anything. Um, I can do so. Closed top AAV crew must be CE, which I am. A usage die roll of 1 is necessary for successful placement by an armed but unarmored vehicle or button up OTAFE, or 2 or less for any CEAFV. If successfully placed, I just put a half-inch smoke counter, so the infantry smoke. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. So, didn't get it. Damn.
Does
I'm
that count as a movement?
not sure. Let me just see here. Um,
Or does that count? Well, I guess does that count as an action in which I could fire upon?
I don't think so. So the one thing that is always annoying here is that for vehicular smoke grenades, it doesn't specify, which is strange. But I know that for other usage, um, whenever you're using smoke, if you don't get it, you didn't spend movement points.
Gotcha.
But if you did get it, you would get movement points. So I don't. It's weird because it doesn't say it for vehicular smoke grenades, but it says it for regular smoke dispensers,
Mm-hmm.
or at least like so. It says attempt to dispense smoke, so it's not technically smoke dispense. Anyways, so yeah, I'm there for 7. I didn't get what I wanted. Um, I'm going to button up and start for 1 for 8 total.
Okay.
Go to X7 for 9.
Okay, I'll take a shot.
Sure.
That's a hit on the dot.
Do you only get a? Do you only have a +3 on that?
You're moving and you're small.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, you're probably right. HMG, I don't think that'll be enough. So I think MG's 4. There's a +1 for armor, and there's a +1 for range. So it'll still be 1 above. So I got lucky.
Yep.
Cool, cool, cool. You don't have rate of fire anymore, which is delicious. I'm just going to turn his turret to Y6. I'll say that cost me a point because whatever. And yeah, I'll just stop for 11 and delay for the rest.
Okay.
Cool, cool, cool. Should probably move this over to moving phase. There we go. I'm going to have sorry, I should have put this before, but I didn't want it to like be stacked on top of the turn stuff. These guys are going to be here. So the stack that's going to come in the woods declares CX. They will go in on R5 for 1, 2, 3, 3. Now I don't know if I'm allowed to bypass immediately into U7. So I'm just going to go to T7 for 4. And then
Okay.
5 into U7 bypass.
Okay.
6 into any V7 for 6.
Okay.
And then into W8 woods, paying the 2 and being unconcealed.
I will fire the squad for 2 down 2.
I'm in the woods, so it's flat, no matter what.
2 flat. Alright.
Of course. 1 morale check. Leader's fine. 1 squad breaks, because of course. Other squad also breaks, because of course. and is pinned. All right, awesome. I love how my 8 morale guys all suck shit.
Eh,
This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, yeah. All right, next guy declares CX. He'll be revealed no matter what. I can't imagine how he wouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna do this because that's getting annoying. Cool. Defense fire.
Can this see this?
So paths is kind of weird. I'm not sure if you can see it. Paths.
Also, how were you able to move 8?
Oh, I was thinking with the fucking leader. There for 6. So it doesn't matter in the end, but yeah, I don't know why I was thinking with the leader. Pass. Allows entry, cost of 1, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, a path has no other effect on a hex. Yeah, so I don't think you'd be able to see through it anyways.
Okay.
Cool. Advanced fire phase. None, because all my guys are dying. Routes. I'm going to have the leader and the broken guys are going to route 2, 4, 6. No, actually, I'll just do... I'll just go there for 4. W10. That guy's pinned, so we'll go to advances, and I will just have my guy in W9 go to X9. No CC, we go to turn 1 for the Russians.
Okay. Oh, I guess I did reveal the commissar. Oh well.
I mean, I figured you used them to not cower.
Damn it, weather. Oh, that too. Stupid weather. Why is that this?
Single dice.
Alright, prep fire.
Did you roll single dice? Roll single dice.
Oh.
Yeah, because it might actually... I think that means there's wind, and it's breeze, light breeze. I'll double check, but it's not...
Choppy.
Doesn't do too much. Fire. 5 increases, yeah. So it's just mild breeze.
Do I want to shoot at the squad, or do I want to shoot at the common car?
Awesome. Man, I was a little worried that these guys would be too strong, and it turns out that if you just roll like shit, it doesn't matter. Fucking hell.
I feel you. Do I want to shoot the armored car or shoot the squad? This is legitimately like a tough choice for me. I'm like, well, what do you got here? You got 12 firepower if I pull that shenanigan right. Fuck it. I'm gonna shoot the HMG and squad at the squad for 8 up 1.
2.
8 up 2.
Yeah, 1 for woods and 1 for vehicle.
11 on
Yay.
8 is nothing.
I survived.
That was not a good shot for me. I'll go ahead and go to movement.
Sure.
This dude is going to CX.
Okay.
He's gonna go 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3.
Sure. I'll
4.
see him once he gets to W4.
Yep. 4.
Sure.
5.
Mm-hmm.
6.
Sure.
7.
Mm-hmm.
8.
I'm going to attempt a shot.
Okay.
Of course it was. It's always the good shots.
No sniper.
Better fucking not.
These guys are also going to CX.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna go 1, 2.
Well, that's, I don't know if anyways, yeah, continue. There for 2.
3, 4.
Sure.
5, 6.
Definitely will see him. Sure. You're there.
Alright. This guy will go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3.
Sure. Armored car should see him.
Are you sure the woods aren't in the way?
That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure, because he is technically in the road, but, I mean, keep him concealed if anything. I don't think it's going to matter. Can't shoot at him,
Okay.
so.
These guys are gonna assault move into here.
Sure. Do you get to keep it if it's adjacent?
It's not open ground.
I don't know why I'm thinking that adjacent would let you do it safely. But anyways, yep.
This guy will go here for 1.
Sure.
And then here for 2, 3.
Okay.
This guy is gonna go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Here for 2.
Sure.
This guy is gonna go here for 1.
Okay.
Here for 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the defense fire.
Defense fire. Vehicle will do... What is that? I think I can do 10 firepower. What, up 1, up 2? Cool. Advanced fire phase.
Okay. These guys will shoot at him for 3 up 1. Or up 2. Up 3.
Okay.
Alright. Route phase. I don't have any routes.
None.
Alright, advance phase. This guy is going to advance into here.
Sure.
This guy will advance into here.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's going to advance into here.
Okay.
Advance into here. This guy will advance here. This guy will... We'll advance over the wall.
Sure.
Okay, that is my turn.
Sounds good. No CC. We go to my turn 2. Weather, no change. Rally, rally. Hey, I finally get both squads. I don't have anything else in rally phase. I don't think you have anything either.
Nope.
Okay. Go to prep fire phase. Going to do X9 as a 8 up 3 course. Armored car 10 up 2. Or sorry, I don't know why. I don't think it's gonna matter here. Maybe. What is this? It'd be 8 on 10 because I'm just gonna reveal this guy. I mean, there's kind of obvious no matter what that he was gonna be included, but because he gives a -1 to IFT dice rolls if it's the main armament. So yeah, 8 on 10 is a normal morale check. They had rate of fire.
But does it count for the other machine guns? Because normally it won't.
Well, I think you get the -1 no matter what.
No, you don't get leader doesn't apply to machine gun attacks.
So if you fire group, you can't get the -1.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I feel like that would be incredibly dumb. There better be a fucking Q&A on this one. Is that limit? No, that's not the same. Okay.
Yeah, so 3.44, the leadership modifier of an armored leader can be used only to modify a vehicle's MA dice roll.
But it's part of the dice roll.
2 hit if ordnance, IFT otherwise.
That's the thing, like, it's part of the MA dice roll, though, which is why, like, I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to get it.
An armor leader cannot modify a non-overrun MG/FT unless main armament attacks. But neither does his use of AAMG prohibit application of leadership to other uses.
Right.
So.
But it's like the MA is attacking though, so you know what I mean? Like I don't understand how that wouldn't.
I think it has to be 2 separate attacks, or one is the MA and the other one is the others.
Fine, take a pin test check then. Just take the pin test check. I want to be over with this. Because like I don't understand how you can take a shot as a fire group. The MA is shooting, but then like you can't get any of the benefit. So it's like there's no point of an armored leader. Like you can only use them against other vehicles, I guess.
What? You can use them for overrun, CC, and HD maneuver.
Doesn't like I don't know.
Half track fire group and bog removal dice roll.
But like your half track fire group, you're shooting something other than the main armament, because like you're shooting that. So it's like, just take the pin test check at this point. Okay. I think it's I don't. Everything is not going my way, so it's like, all right, fuck, like, who cares?
It's stupid, but I'm just like curious on how that works.
So again, like, I think that whatever the reading of it is incorrect. It would be the way for me to like read this situation, but Either way, so didn't get it. Got rate of fire. I'll do a 6 up 1, 7 on 6 normal morale check. I think. Yep.
Okay. He's fine. He's
Cool.
fine.
Didn't mean anything. So that's prep fire. Movement phase. Gonna have one of these guys without the leader is gonna lose CX and assault move to X10 for 2.
Alright, he will reveal and shoot 8 up 1.
Sure.
That's 5 on 8. That's a morale check 2.
I'm absolutely stunned by this. That is an ELR, because of course. Squad in W8 goes to X8 for 2.
Okay.
3-4.
I will subsequent.
Sure.
No.
Stack in W10 is going to go to W9 for 2.
Okay.
3-4.
Okay.
5-6.
Okay.
And then just clean up. This guy's going to lose his CX. That's it for movement. Defensive.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to remove that one. He's going to final protective fire on this guy.
You can only do that if he's moving. You can't. Final protective is not something you can.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I guess all I can do now is shoot the vehicle, so I'll shoot the vehicle with the HMG.
Sure.
Hit. Dud. I'll fire again. And it's gone. It's broken.
Yeah, just broken. Take any small mercy at this point.
Alright. Scheiße. Okay. That's my. I guess, yeah, that's my defensive fire.
Okay. Advancing. I'll do assault fire. It'll be 7. I'm pretty sure it's a 7 up 2. Didn't matter. Cool. Assault fire from Y8 against the guys in Z5 as a. That would be 1.5 plus 1, so 3 flat. 3 on 3, I believe. 2 morale check. Wow, those guys were. I thought for sure that was a 447. That is it for shots. Routes. The guys in X10 will go to W10. Oops.
Okay.
They'll stay there. I don't have any other routes.
Do I want to do that? If I voluntarily break, I get to go 6 still, or only 5?
It should always be 6. I don't think there's a restriction. I think the only restriction for routes is wounded leaders, where move at 3.
So I'm gonna voluntarily break.
Sure.
I'm gonna go here for 2.
Mm-hmm.
3.
You can't go further. You'd have to stay in Z10
Okay.
because it's the closest. And can you? That raises a very interesting question. Because you can stay if it's continuous, But what does continuous mean if BB9 exists as the same forest as Z10? Routes. Morale. What's your break? Blah, blah, blah. Routing. Must move to the nearest buildings or woods, even if overstacked, unless that route is through, blah, blah, non-traversable. Enter show hole, trench interdiction. New destination. Blah. Upon reaching a building's wood location not adjacent to a known enemy unit, a routing unit must stop and end its route phase in that building woods location, even if overstacked. Unless the unit can directly enter. Oh, okay, yeah. So directly enter a building woods location in its next entered hex. Not necessarily the same building or through a continuous wood hex side. Yeah, so because AA10 isn't a woods hex, you wouldn't be able to keep going. So if that changes anything, then you're more than welcome to undo that.
Yeah, I'm gonna undo that then.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, routing is always a complex thing, so I don't blame you for that one.
okay.
Even I didn't realize, like, must stop if you enter a building's wood location. All right. So this guy's not going anywhere. Is that 5?
Um.
I just figured I'd ask.
Well, he has to go. He has to go here, I guess. Well, yeah, he's gonna be there.
So the sands are not in there. Sand is, or ELR is 4. Do you mind rolling your stats? Because we didn't have the sniper stuff. Did you roll a 3 at one point? You did on a task check? When did you roll the task check? Oh, for the, okay. I can't imagine it's gonna, yeah, no, doesn't matter. Cool. Advances, as well. And then that's broken. Yeah, so I'll have the 2 guys go into Y10. Hopefully I can get something out of that. And then Y8 goes to Z8.
Okay.
CC, ambush. You might get 1 for inexperienced. Wait, no, not inexperienced. You might get 1 for lax.
No, you get it for stealthy.
I'm stealthy?
Yeah.
As if they need more help. Alright. Yeah, okay.
Just roll it.
Yeah. No, I was just trying to see if it's a no matter what, because the -1 anyways. So
Yeah,
even if it was a 1-to-1, that'd be a kill.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if because conscripts are lax, but I forget if they're lax all the time or if it's just at night or whatever. So
no,
yeah,
they are.
yeah. Cool. Turn 2 for the Soviets.
Alright, weather. Cool. That's a 10 out of the way. Repair. Nope. That's not good. Try to self-rally my dude in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I will attempt a magical self-rally. Didn't get it. I still hate that green self-rally on an 8. That's insane. Not now, Duolingo.
I was gonna say, like, did I just hear Duolingo?
Yeah. For some reason, it started its notification stuff again. So it's 8 o'clock or whatever. Get the beep.
Uh, well, can't. Machine gun's not gonna work. That's not good. Can't shoot anybody around the woods, so I'm gonna have to go to movement.
Sounds good.
God, I really don't want to fucking do this, but this 447 is gonna dash across the street into DD6.
So you're dropping the machine gun? Okay.
Yeah,
Sure. You're there.
cool. This will come off. This guy is gonna go here for 1,
Sure.
here for 2, 3.
Okay.
Um, this guy's gonna assault move into here.
Sure.
Can I try to pick up the gun or no?
I believe so, because you're not using all of your movement, and you're not moving into another hex. The only thing I'm not sure about is whether or not you lose concealment.
I'm pretty sure it's a concealment loss activity.
Gets it. Gun repair. Yeah, so you can repair and you can drop, but you can't pick up, presumably. I always forget that repair is a not concealment loss activity. Oh no, wait, never mind. That's wait. Yes, no. Anyways, continue.
This guy is gonna go. No, yeah, this guy's gonna go here for 2.
Sure, you'll lose concealment, no matter what. But yeah, you're there.
Here for 4.
Sure.
This guy will go here for 1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Sure.
3.
4. Oh no, yeah. Sure.
4.
Okay.
This guy will go here for 1, 2. You'll see him.
Okay.
2, and then he'll be here for 3.
Sure.
Do I want to move the commissar? Not really. Alright, that's my movement.
Sounds good. Defensive fire phase. I think the only shot I have. I mean, I'll do the. What is it? 10 up 2? 10 on 10. I don't even know if that's a pin test check. 10 on 10. It is a conditional test check.
Okay.
Ooh,
He's
I
good.
got rate of
He's
fire.
good.
Wait, that's not why.
What's our allies doing?
Oh, because it's. Sorry, this is put in a wrong spot here. Allied ER. That's this. That's that. Cool. Alright, that's fixed. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I think I just put in the wrong box. I have rate of fire on the main gun, so I'll shoot 6 and it'll be an up 1. Okay. I should be happy about this. I don't know why I'm like peeved. It's a 4 on 6, 2 morale check. I need something out of my armored leader.
Broken.
Yeah, there's no. I did get another shot, but I'll shoot once more. No, okay. That's it for defensive.
Fancy fire. Don't got any. Route phase.
Routes.
I don't have any routes.
I have one. So I'm just gonna go back to morale just so I understand this. Ugh. Direction. So, upon reaching non-adjacent, must stop in the buildings, even if it's like, unless the can directly enter another building woods. Has moved towards prior closest. Okay, yeah. So if I'm understanding this correctly, what's the exception here? Broken in a building do not consider a hex of the same building in which it begins its route phase as its closest building hex towards another building, even if it was cross over ground or enter another building hex of the same building. Running it may ignore the hex is no farther from a known enemy and starting hex, etc. Okay, so I think in this case, so I know W10 can route to X10, but I think I can continue to Z10 by going to Y10 and then Z10 because they're because it's woods buildings.
But it's not continuous.
Because it says unless it can directly enter another building woods location in its next entered hex, not necessarily the same building or through a continuous woods hex side. So because it's still woods buildings, I think I'm allowed.
Okay.
Even if unless you okay, yeah, I think so. Okay. So he gets there. That's it for routes advances.
Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. No, that LMG's gonna stay there. Okay, your turn.
OCC turn 3 axis. I always forget that I'm axis. Weather, no change. Rally phase, gonna try. Off. Yeah, definitely don't get it.
Alright, my turn. Play the Commissar. He doesn't get it. I don't know if he ignores DM for himself. Probably not.
Think so. I'll check. Because it is worth knowing. Therefore, the first it takes LMCs, blah blah blah. Must always attempt self-rally. Never receives a leader DRM of another leader when performing any action. Immune to DM status. Under the direction of a commissar is replaced. Blah 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 blah. Is a commissar immune to DM when attempting self-rally? No, a leader cannot affect his own performance. Yeah, okay. That's what makes sense.
Okay.
Prep fire phase. Do I even have a prep fire phase? I'm gonna say no. We'll go to movement. In the movement phase, gonna declare CX in Y10. They will go to Z10 for 2.
Okay.
3, 4, bypass 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I don't know why I keep doing this. Why do I keep doing this? I really feel like I've poisoned my brain with the fins right now. So they're there for 6. Gonna do the same with Z8. So they're gonna declare CX. They'll go to AA9 for 2, 4, 6, um, and then 7. I guess I'll just put them in there. Stack them all up. Vehicle is gonna start for 1.
When you do that, I'm gonna shoot you with the LMG.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always curious about the LOS, but I would let you take that shot no matter what. It feels weird to. Okay.
That's the unfortunate end of the scenario, probably.
Yeah, like I think the only thing, because the only thing stopping right now is these guys, because the armored car will do 2, 3. In case you, so I'm just gonna leave them here right now for the 2, because I think you can technically do street fighting.
Okay.
Like I don't know about, because I
I'll
don't know
take
if you have
a
to take a,
pat.
yeah, I don't know if you have to take a Patsy and all that stuff, and what the minuses are. But I figure like the armored car, because the armored car is gonna go and DM these guys, right? Has to, um,
Yeah.
and then he'll get to FF5 and then shoot the guys in EE7 is the plan.
A11.
Any vehicle in a road hex and adjacent to a building hex on both sides. Oh, it's both. It's building only. Can you not do? Oh, that's street fighting, but you can still do. You can still do CC reaction fire. I'm pretty sure.
No, because that's not CC.
Reaction fire is conducted during the movement phase by the defender who uses it to attack a vehicle in that defender's comma in an allowed adjacent location. There are 2 types of CC reaction fire. There's regular CC reaction fire and non-CC reaction fire, which is resolved on the TK table or the IFT, which can be used only versus an overrun. Except as stated otherwise, a defender may use reaction fire as often as various forms of first final. Being conducted, reaction fire versus overrun is resolved immediately. I'm 100% sure you're allowed to do adjacent. To attempt CC reaction fire versus an AFV, the defender must first pass Patsy unless it's exempt. So at least you pass that. The defender need not pass more, blah, 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 to attack the same vehicle, the same phase.
It wouldn't matter anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I think I'm comfortable saying that's probably game.
Yeah, well, so I think it's still worthwhile to game out because my rolls have been shit, and I think it's still worthwhile to game out this guy shooting at people because that will determine stuff. But outside of that, like I think it's worthwhile to at least do like one more turn for sure.
Okay.
So
let's put your guy where he
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Turn turret, stop for 12, and then would take a shot. It would be, I think it would be 2. No wait, it's 1.5 from the machine, the main armament. So I do 1.5 flat because I think that's woods. Yeah. Yep. So 1.5 flat. 6 on 1.5. I don't even think that's a pentest check.
I always my go-to is that if it deals with a lot of like fluctuating numbers or a lot of modifiers, just roll the IFT first and see if you even have to do the math in the first place.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth doing the math, but I agree. Cool. So that's movement, defensive, none. And then advancing, none. Routes. I don't think it's gonna matter what happens in route.
So then we go to
So we'll do advance if you don't route.
yeah.
In the advance phase, I mean, it's kind of way more worthwhile to do this. Saddle him up with a CX and then this guy there. And then there's no CC. We go to turn 3 Russians.
Which yeah. Let me try to self rally the non-DM guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now Commissar. Commissar gets it.
Okay. Is
Um,
commissars, are they immune to heat of battle?
yes, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. No,
Bonza,
they can
Berserk.
still berserk. They can still berserk.
That's,
remember
I guess
now.
that's, yeah, because I think commissars are auto berserk on everybody, right?
I believe so. If I
Yeah.
roll berserk,
All right, don't roll berserk, please.
I really don't want to roll berserk either, which I don't.
All right, so he's a heroic commissar
Heroic, I guess.
because you won't battle harden.
No.
So,
Oh, can I not battle harden to a 10-0 commissar?
you can battle harden, but battle hardening is 4 to 6, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's like roll. So hold on, wait. You might actually do both because you're a
Is it?
Russian.
Yeah, Russian and broken -1
So
for
you'd get
elite. So it's
-1.
+2.
Yeah, -1 +1 for broken. So it's just a +2.
Which
Oh,
is
battle harden
fine.
is 5.
Yeah, battle harden's 5, so it's just
Yes,
heroic.
off by 1.
Which would
Jesus.
just make me 1 morale higher anyways, wouldn't it?
Yeah, because you can only get a 10-0. But I mean,
Yes. So I guess 10-0 anyways. I guess. I don't know.
no, you just go to hero. You wouldn't get Arn.
Okay. Then
Because at least
I can't.
heroic,
Okay, there we go. Heroic.
yeah, at least
Cool.
heroic, like, you have a firepower now.
Yay, I guess.
That's
Let
it's
me
actually not that bad, all things
let
considered.
me try. Well, hold on a tick. Let me try to rally these dudes here. See if I shoot one. Yeah, I shoot one. Uh, they're a half squad now.
That's with right, because they're like a 5 morale. Because I was gonna say the +1 and then all that other stuff, but
So then we will try to repair the light machine gun. Nope. Cool. No prep fire. We'll go. Oh no, I do have prep fire. What am I talking about?
I
Um,
hate this so much. I'm so mad at these green units. I swear to Christ.
yeah, I know. Self rally is stupid.
And then they'll
Berserk.
do they not go surrender?
Oh, I guess they would.
Because they're finishing. They get a minus for finish.
Yeah, buddy. Well, so +1 for CX broken pinned. +1.
CX,
Oh,
what?
that's ambush. I'm looking at ambush. I'm
plus
wrong.
1 for broken, -1 for finish. They're not elite because they're green, so it's just a straight 10. So yeah, they berserk. That's stupid.
No,
I hate berserk.
it's plus. Oh yeah, +1 for
No.
experience as well.
True, but they also can't see anybody, so they battle harden. I hate
Cool.
this. I
Um. Well,
I hate
that
this.
totally ruined my game plan. Fuck. Well,
Hate
shit.
this. Because I think I know you would like just run your guys around to try and get shots in the back.
Well, I was just gonna move my leader here, kill him for a failure
Mm-hmm.
route while the other guys move forward.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
well, shit. What do I do now at this point? I guess it's just like really desperate attempts to shoot at you. Yeah, we'll play it. We'll play out this turn. I don't care. But first off, prep fire. The 447 and EE7 is going to shoot at your CX guy with the LMG for 4 up 1.
Yep.
That doesn't get it. Cool. So we'll go ahead and go to whatchamacallit. We'll go to movement CX. He is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Um,
Probably take a shot now.
I will. I don't know if I can see that. I'll try. Just why not? Yeah, it's blocked.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing me that, so I can point. Yeah, he'll go
I
for one,
caught out by the
2,
edge twice.
3. This guy's gonna CX, and he's gonna go 2, 4. Nice. It's gonna have to stay there because I don't get shot at.
I mean, you could go in the brush, AAA.
Yeah.
Unless
6.
like I can't get 6, because he's no, he's a first line. Yeah,
2, 4, 6.
sure.
All right. Then, yeah. Defensive fire phase.
Defensive. That guy's already shot. I'm going to try the stack. Huzzah. Let's see, +2, because it's 1 for hindrance, 1 for CX, 1 for woods, down 1 for leader. On 12. So that's a 5 on 12. 2 morale check, which, yeah, you're fine. This is. I hate this. I hate how well you've been rolling. I have to admit, this is like that's like 2 games. Armored car, 6 flat, doesn't matter. Advanced fire phase.
This guy right here is gonna fire 2 up, 3, I guess, into here because he has to. No cowers, anyways.
Yeah.
Routes. No routes for me. Go into advanced phase. Both these guys have to go into here. This guy will go into here. This guy will go into. We'll go here. Cool. And then no CC. We'll go to route phase or rally phase. Your turn. Does my Commissar kill or rally the fucker? No, he's dead. So no more.
Wait, you don't. He's already the lowest.
Yeah, he's a conscript, and when he fails, you shoot him to half squad, and when he fails again, he's dead.
I just didn't realize that guy started as a conscript. That's why.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Yeah, no rallies. Prep fire, 6 flat.
And he's broken, and I'm pretty sure that's game at that point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like how do you.
I mean,
because like it might as well in case the conscripts do stuff, right? So it's like
sure.
First guy goes 2 to FF9, normal move.
Yeah. Well. 1, 2.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Never mind. Well, no, because the 447's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll shoot for 2 flat there. Doesn't get anything. So that's unfortunate there. Go ahead.
So the others, the 447 doesn't do anything?
No.
Okay. 3, and then off. And then 648 and goes to FF10 for 1.
Okay.
2.
447. 6, 5, 4. Damn it. Yeah, you win.
Yeah.
Not even gonna argue this at this point.
Yeah. Now how do I look at this scenario objectively? I got super tilted because of all your good rolls at the start. I fucking hate it. Passing all those morale checks super early did not help my viewpoint of this scenario, and I really like the 2 squads breaking at the start. Like shit, that sucks. I hate it. Blah blah blah. But having a green squad with 8 on a self rally, I'm never gonna like that.
So far, like again, because I'm still gonna give it a chance because like we haven't played the non 648 scenarios yet, but right now, yeah, Sven's still very fucking powerful,
Just broken.
just broken, and I honestly, I feel like even without the E morale, they're just kind of broken. I can't pull up my other pocket poly scenarios right now because they're all somewhere else, but like.
I can look them up. I can look them up.
Yeah, but like I know that for the scenario for the module as a whole, not every scenario has a bunch of 648s.
For
Like I
sure.
know that. Yeah, I'm like positive that there's like most of them have like 447s for the fins, if I remember correctly.
Core modules, hacker pallers. Let's. I'm just gonna open all of them. Fuck it.
Actually, I'll do a little bit.
Really wish Foxit Editor would just open them all up in tabs. But all right. What do we got here? Only way out. A lot of four. No, that's Germans. Oh, that's late war stuff. Late war finish. They get 548s. Sure, fine, whatever. 44. A bunch of 648s. Half of them are 18 squads. 12 of them are 648s. 6 or 538s. 1944, a lot of 648s, actually exclusively 648s.
Let
What do
me.
we got?
Yeah, I was like at this point, I'm like, no, I'm gonna look it up myself now because I have it. I'm now generally curious.
There's a scenario, another 1944 scenario with 5 squads, all 548s.
Well, like I'm for the late war ones, I feel like it's kind of. Oh no, I don't know for late war ones because you know it might, but yeah, no. Arctic Crossroads doesn't have. Yeah, Arctic Crossroads has 0 648s, but I do have a bunch of 548s. Um,
All
then
these
what's this one?
44s, like, most of them are elites. The majority,
Yeah,
like, so far, it's either a majority type is elites or first line.
yeah, I'm looking here too. It's like yeah, stopped
42.
cold. Majority type is
There,
648.
there's a scenario in 43 that has 447s. They're still not majority, but at least you have a lot of 447s.
Yeah, then
548s.
164 has
Five four eights everywhere.
548's a lot. 548's.
648s again.
I
What's this
mean,
one? Six four
see, the
eights.
problem that I have with this is okay. So that one, like, 165, I think
What's a 447?
feels 165 feels
Huh?
more. Yeah, scenario 165 feels more balanced because it's like you got your 458 Russians and your 447 Russians. You get majority squad type 447s for the Finns. That feels a little better. Um, yeah, nothing but courage. I think is a interesting one. That one honestly doesn't look that bad.
I think the vast majority I've seen have like 548s and whatever.
Yeah, 548s. Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
Like
548s.
if it's not first lines, they're 548s.
Yeah.
I'm how can someone needs to explain this? How does a second line 447 rally at 7, self rally, and greens self rally at 8? The fuck?
Well, I think because like, wait, let me take a look at. Is there? Where's the 447s
I'm so
for the
I
Finns?
don't understand this.
I'm not sure about this either because it's like, wait a minute.
What?
Did they do this wrong? Is
I mean,
I,
probably.
no. I gotta double check this before I like lose my shit. Wait, let me take a look here. Where is it? Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Why can't I think? Oh, okay, so where are you bastards? Where are you at?
I just
No,
legit.
it's the same. What the fuck is that?
What's what?
I thought it was going to be. I thought the two lines were. It was going to be. I thought it was like parallel, like Russian ones. So you know how like the Russians go like 628 527 conscript, and then you have 548 447 conscript. I thought it was going to be like 838 548 538, and then 648 447 437. But no, it is still 648 to 538,
Yep.
which is stupid, and then 548 to 447, then the conscript. What?
Yep. Like a weird split.
It makes way more sense if it was the other way around. Because,
Like,
like, with the fives,
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand, like, why do you need to have guys that are this powerful? Like, I'm all for like supporting, like, Finland forever. They defended their country. They're
yeah,
100% in the right too. It's like Finland is the tragedy of the end of the 1930s, and has a direct comparison to Ukraine currently, right? Like, it's 90 years removed, and it's the same fucking shit going on. It's just a country trying to defend itself, and like everybody's fucking around trying to like, if we help them out, is it too much? Is it too little? Like, what's going on? Rather than like sovereignty or whatever, right? And at least I can say this as a Canadian. For the most part, I still think like the whole Afghanistan Iraq shit is dumb, but and shouldn't have happened. But like, how why are they 648s? Why do 648s turn to 538s and they're like mega
because
stars?
everybody gets a hair up their ass because they're like, well, they had the submachine guns and like the really good submachine guns. And it's like, okay, that's great, but like you do realize the Russians had the like almost the exact same submachine gun, yet you're only giving them 5 to 6 firepower, compared to like, oh, our guys are 5, 6, 8. Like I don't get it.
I think to a degree, like, it's less about, like, I understand the firepower thing. I think it's more like, for me, the issue is that green troops do
Green
not
troops
feel like the kind of troops that should have assault fire
or 8 morale.
or 8 morale 100%. Like, if you made green troops have 7 morale and self rally on 6, totally understandable, right? Like,
Yeah,
if you want to change them up and make the Finns like feel special, 100% I could see a far more agreeable sense when they have, 7 morale and 6 broken self rally. But also, like, not sure I'd give him 5 firepower either. Like, maybe I'd give him 4 with spraying, but I wouldn't give him assault fire. Like, even the Poles don't get assault fire unless it's specified, and it's almost exclusively a first line or better ability.
I actually think with I don't mean to like nitpick it, but I think with the new I don't know if it's with the new Doom Battalions or the Polish Eagles,
Hmm.
one of the two that's coming out. I think now Poles will inherently have assault fire.
Oh, yeah, and that makes sense.
But I think I'm not 100% sure on that. But
I mean, we'll see it eventually at the very least. But like, I can at least understand and agree, like, there's so many times that scenarios have given them assault fire, and again, like, they're given assault fire on first line and better.
yeah,
Like, there's
okay, so, yeah, no, sorry again.
no,
Yeah,
that's fine.
no, right here. Polish Elite and First Line MMC with the Polish Eagle in the upper left-hand corner have their broken morale level increased by 1, and their FP is underscored, signifying assault fire capability. So,
Yeah,
yeah, so yeah, Polish Elites and First Lines, they're basically better Allied miners. They're basically, honestly, they're kind of better than the French at that point. Uh,
a little bit, yeah.
but,
And like,
sorry.
and I'm fine with, nations having different counters. Like, you need to, like, it's fun to have those differences, and like, it's an appeal, right? Like, I want to see. I want to play a scenario with the Polish getting assault fire or whatever. But like that, those greens, like drop them by a point, give them spray fire, drop
Hmm.
morale to 7.
Yeah,
You know, like
I'm totally agreeing here. I think like the pro like, and I want to finish the oh god, but yeah, like I think this thing is like, it's not just the firepower, it's not just the morale, it's not just the fact that they're stealthy, it's not just the fact that they're first that they don't cower, it's not the fact they can self rally, it's all of these combined that
yes,
make it the like
one
that
hundred
make it so
percent.
stupid. Not to mention that they also get Panzerfaust capability later, and
Yeah,
like, and I mean, I feel like if the Finnish are this busted, like on their own, why did we need to give the Russians early war doctrine in the first place? Because, like, looking at okay, what was the one I was looking at here? Um,
like I get it from a historical standpoint where like
oh,
they're
for sure.
bumbling around, right? Like makes sense that they wouldn't have accurate artillery or that the tanks would go in first.
Yeah, but
Um,
like if you make the Finns that powerful to like, and that's the thing where I don't. Again, we've only played two scenarios, one of them official, so I don't want to make any like
and
definitive statements yet.
technically
But
small, so it's like anything
technically
that
small.
happens is
But like, say for like scenario 163 here, it's like, why do you need 648s and 538s when you're giving the Russians 21 conscript squads?
ELR
Um,
is probably 2 as well.
ELR is two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sand two. And it's like, what, like, how much more do you need to give the Finns? Because you are like, because I get, like, I get it, where it's like, no, Russia sucked, and it's like, cool. But I think what happened is that if you really want it to be that way, have the Russians mainly be conscripts, that's fine. Maybe also, like, yeah, do the early Russian war doctrine, that's fine. But then you're like, oh, we're keeping the overpowered, over morale, self rallyable Finns, where, and it's like, we're gonna introduce like three or four new uh, squad types for them, but then they barely use them, and even the ones that they do have, only two of them kind of bring the Finns down a peg to where it's like, okay, 447s, that's a solid stat, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
437 conscript, I get it, that's fine. And the conscripts can't self rally, cool. Like, why not make the Greens not be able to self rally? Because like at this point, and that's the like the kitsch about it for me, because it's like, oh, we have 648s, and the conscripts don't self rally, but that's okay because doesn't matter. 648s go to 538s, and the 538s can self rally. So you barely see the conscripts as it is.
Are are the 447s and 437s like from other stuff? Like from
It's no, these are.
after Hakapale?
Uh, I don't know how many scenarios can like finished scenarios there are after Hakapale. Um,
Cuz my I have a guess and I could very well be wrong, but I wonder if some of those other counters are more from like Swedish volunteers and like stuff after Hakapale where they realize that they might be too strong. And because at after you release Hakapale and you've done all the testing or whatever, which I'm looking looking at the raw data on the scenario we just played. Oof. Um, for them to uh, have the 538s, self round, all that crap that we've said over and over again, it definitely feels like the 437 is a reaction to that. Because once the genie's out of the bottle, you can't be like, well, we have to reprint all the scenarios and we have to apologize and throw out all the counters or whatever. You know what I
well, I
mean?
mean, well, yeah, but I don't know. I feel like the ASL communities can be a very like understanding group sometimes. That's me thinking highly of the ASL community at large, which is, I mean, and I say this as like I mean this like in a tongue-in-cheek sort of way. If there's anybody that hates ASL players, it's other ASL players for certain things. But like yeah, no, but like even going back to the Swedish Volunteers thing, you got to remember though the Swedish Volunteers that was a reprint. The original one came out before Hakapale. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Yeah, I don't know
like
then.
and I get it because like I know during the development, a lot of the guys were like, oh, it's like it's hard. We try to rebalance it as much as possible, but it's kind of hard when they're like that. And it's like that's fine. You can retire counters. Like I feel like that can
Yeah.
be totally doable. Or if you're really going to do it, like the way I thought it was going to go, because like I don't know, it feels like it makes more sense. If you really want to do it, yeah, like have some first line troops be 648s, that's fine. But then have them go to 447 and 437, and then have the others be SMG squads. That like the Russians have it. That's way more because like it being 648, 447, 437 feels like a lot more natural than going from 648 to 538, and
Mm-hmm.
then going from 548 to 447. Like, I mean, I don't know, because it feels like 838 4, yeah, 838 548 538. That feels like okay. That sounds like it stays in the same realm of area that it can work in. Whereas, like with yeah, same with the other ones. I don't know. And then I know what they were trying to go for with like the self rally thing. I'm not opposed to the self rally thing.
Hmm.
But that plus stealth plus cowering. Cowering's the big one for me. They should not be like no cowering. That should be taken away.
True.
Um,
Very true. Also,
and
I'm looking. I was sorry. I was looking through Swedish volunteers, and yeah, they don't have a single. They're all just the Swedish counters. They don't use any of the.
there's a few Finn ones. There's a couple Finn ones. Uh,
I think they gave Swedish counters for all of them though. Five because they have their 437s in their colors.
yeah, the 437 is the Finns, or not the Finns, the Swedes.
Yeah. So they have 548s, 447s, and 437s, is what the Swedes have. And I don't think there's a scenario that has 648s or whatever.
Yes, scenario AP 158.
Oh, you know what? I think I understand something now.
And then,
Because
yeah,
I have Swedish volunteers, not Action Pack 15, which is Swedish volunteers. That's
yeah.
why.
And then AP 156, they also have 648 Finns in there as well. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like,
So I have the pre-action pack stuff. That's why. Okay.
yeah, I feel like the Swedes are a better representation of the Finns than the Finns are. Um,
I believe it. Just looking at their
because
stuff so far.
yeah, it's 548, 447, 437, just like you said. Um, and yeah, like I don't know, 538 being green. It's like why
Yeah.
not make it like it's the 8 that I'm hung up on. Like 7 morale, dude. Like 7 morale is enough,
Yep.
especially if they're self rallying.
Yep. Like
But
there's no reason to believe that green Finnish troops would be more dedicated or have better like morale than Poles defending their country, you know what I mean? Like or
yeah,
the French defending theirs. I mean, maybe a little bit depends on the squad type, I guess, but like greens?
yeah,
Ah.
and yeah. No, I don't know if the Finnish rules came out like because I don't have the old version of the rule book anymore, so I can't
Hmm.
say for sure because I don't have the physical copies anymore. But I I don't know if the cowering, like no cowering, the stealth stuff. I don't know if that came with or without Hakapale. I
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
but yeah, I mean, at the time it was like. I get it because like there was only like one, maybe, yeah, there was like a handful of finished scenarios at the time, and then Hakapale came out and it was supposed to redo the whole thing, and now, I mean, did they change it? Yeah, I guess, but are they still broken? Yeah, very much so.
Yes, absolutely. Uh, I'm
And
I'm very surprised. I don't know if this is hopefully someday maybe I'll like send a message to the guys, but the ASL archive is at odds with Roar, and I've noticed this a couple times now where for whatever reason, I don't know if it's like Roar is doing this incorrectly or it's how it parses the data, but it puts the finish as the defenders, which isn't true. Like I can only imagine that someone was like, well, if it's like that on Roar, it's that someone was like, well, they're defending their country, so they are the defenders. But it really skews the archive because when the archive gives you its prediction or like the view of the balance, right? It
yeah,
uses both numbers as far as I'm aware. And the problem is that on the archive, they're listed as the attacker, but on Roar, they're listed as the defender. So it's taking both values and having them compete against each other. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because uh, the Finns have won 54 times to 34. Uh, and that's kind of a blowout, you know?
uh,
Um,
yeah, I guess. But what I honestly, it comes down to like, because for me it was extremely unlucky because it was like, oh, broke one machine gun, broke second machine gun, kind
mhm.
of like can't do anything anymore at that point.
I was honestly very surprised when you had your guy in X8 with the LMG didn't go to Y9.
So why not?
Yeah, just below the building.
Yeah,
Because I was like, man, if you go there, you can see any move into Z10. So it's like, do I have one guy wait and fight, or
well,
like
that's
do I
the thing where
risk it, or
I was thinking that too, and then it's like, yeah, I waste one shot, but at the same time, I lose my LMG, and I can't really afford to lose that. But that's okay because I lost it anyways. Um,
I think
but
you know what I think would make this scenario a little bit better. Um, if making the armored car, if losing it increased the exit VP.
yeah,
Like even by one, I think is important enough that it's like, oh, okay, I need to get, because right now, like it's 2.5 squads.
yeah,
Even with the leader, like if you have two squads and a leader, that's still them getting off, and you successfully complete it. But if you get it to six, like you have to get all three. You can't do half squads anymore. If you bumped it up to seven, like that makes a lot more sense, right? Um, yeah, yeah, I think I would do that. Like the only thing that sucks is that they write it as non-crew infantry, and I think what would be more fun is that if you lost, you could just say 5 VP, 5 exit VP, right? But if you lose the armored car, it bumps it to 7, and then just have an SSR that says you can't abandon your vehicle.
yeah. I think I agree with that one.
Because like the Russians have enough stuff. Like I can't. I'm. The balance for the Russians is give them a nines. The replace the 9-1 with a 9. Sure.
But that's not the point. That's not the problem. The problem is that I have conscripts.
Yeah,
That's-
but it's an extra point and you don't get a minus,
yeah,
so it's like
yeah.
I
I
get
get
it.
that.
The finish balance is stupid. Exchange 1447 with a 426. Like they already don't have anything. Why? What? What else do you do? I would probably just change the 7-0 to 6-1. How else are you gonna punish the Russians in this position? Maybe
Yeah,
like maybe like you can't set up in a certain area is probably the only other thing I could think of doing.
yeah. And I think that's what my big flaw was. Is that I slept too far ahead for a couple of those guys. But I don't know. My strategy was sound. What I didn't count on was you getting really lucky with those rolls there.
Hmm.
For, for the
I don't think your placement was wrong or bad at all. Like
uh,
I don't think there's anything like if anything I would have probably had if
yeah,
I
no,
was doing
I saw that. I saw that like when we started, and I'm like, crap, I should have moved a guy there.
yeah, or just like yeah, just set them up there cuz like
Yeah.
you know, you could walk up at least to like U1 in relative safety, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah. The I knew it was gonna go one of two ways, where it's like you're gonna skirt around the top, or you're gonna skirt around the bottom,
Mm.
and like the bottom seemed like the more favorable one at the time.
Mm.
It, but yeah, no, skirting around the top also kind of worked. But yeah.
Hear me out on this one. What's your feeling about chopping this scenario by 2 turns?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I came in here like when I was setting up and I was doing the turn track. I'm like, really, 6.5 turns?
Yeah, it makes me feel like you know what this makes me feel like? It makes me feel like Hakapale because I remember it being in development a long time.
Yeah,
Like over 10 years or whatever it was.
yeah. I remember that too. Is like hearing that. I wasn't waiting for it, but like I remember hearing about it and then like checking on it every once in a while,
Yeah.
and then hearing that it got pushed back.
I think it was like 2 half squads. Like they were talking about it like even near the start of them existing. Um, and I don't know
Yeah,
how long they've been around. Also, hi to half squads. Hope you're doing well. Presumably they watch. I don't think they watch. But it would
but
bring me great
yeah,
joy if they did. But all to say that it feels like there's that residue of quote unquote classic ASL where they
mm-hmm.
really wanted to have long scenarios and their only way of fixing like unit density was just like we'll just make supermen then because how many times have people complained or said something about how perhaps unrealistic it is that Germans have A38s and like sure um, but also SS. Like I've heard so many times how SS are designed too strongly, and that
I don't think they are, to be honest. I think that like especially with the way they are nowadays, like having I agree where like at the start where SS was only 658s, I can agree that yeah, that's a little too strong. It because if we're going off historically, like for if we're talking like first, second, third SS divisions,
mm,
totally understandable. They were the best one like best like fighting wise,
yeah,
like 658s makes sense. But if
they
you're
actually
talking
had
about
training and stuff.
yeah, but if you're talking about like oh let's put in I don't know let's say like yeah 6SS division which like infamously kind of sucked,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah SS 447s is what I'd put for that. That that's fine. I would not probably do 658s for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I think like it stands to reason that um, the SS squads in later products were made worse, right? Like
yeah.
they have less morale and whatnot, and
Well, I mean, they just like 658 is the only inherently SS squad. All the other SS squads are just like the other regular German
oh yeah, it's just
squads,
painted
just
black.
well, and having +1 morale and for broken. Like,
Sure,
and I don't see a problem with that, to be honest, because like I get it, but
I think it's that there's enough like examples of like shittier
yeah,
SS units. So like I can see either way really, and I think to some degree like it should exist that like they should have worse counters, but in relation to uh, in relation to the Finns, like I think that's the problem is that like their counters are designed to be too strong
yeah.
than what they are, and maybe the SS don't aren't like too outside the box, so it doesn't feel so bad. But man, the finish so far,
I mean, like, see, like. I have nothing against strong units. Like SS being strong, totally get it. Like, I mean,
As
it's
long as the
I
balance is there.
yeah, like
Yeah.
SS-838s, yeah, they're busted, but you never really see them. That's the
Hmm.
point, though, because they're meant to be like combat engineers, and I think, as far as rem can remember, I think I've only encountered SS-838s in Budapest. I have not. I don't think I've ever seen them anywhere else.
Right.
But but even then, like, if we're gonna go to the other side of it, the Americans are also guilty of this too with the Marine Corps.
Hmm.
Uh, because what do you got there? You got what 558, 668, and then the dreaded fucking 768, which is the most like overpowered squad I have ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, with plus I think the 768 also has assault fire too. So that's literally like I don't know why people would complain about a German 838 when there's an American 768, which is like literally American same thing except double the range.
Yeah. Except just
Um,
better.
yeah, and like, but that's the thing with both those and the S838s or whatever have you, 838s in general.
Hmm.
There's not a lot of them unless it's like a specific thing where it's like, yeah, these are combat engineers because this is Stalingrad, and you know you're having a lot of stone buildings, fortified locations, and so you kind of need that to balance it all out, and that's fine. But when you're talking about the Winter War here, where it's like all forests, wooden buildings, and and like kind of open ground and whatnot, what have you, and you're like taking pot shots at somebody with 3 firepower from 8 hexes away, it's like what?
Yeah. It's pretty insane.
It is insane, and I don't know. I feel like what would be better is if they kind of. I feel like they wanted the Finns to be like the Japanese without them being the Japanese, and they ended up overcorrecting and making them more powerful than the Japanese
Hmm.
in terms of unit preservation. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
But because like for me and what I try to do, because that's the only way you can do it, it's like I don't think I'm ever gonna. I don't see myself ever actually killing a Finnish unit by firepower. I feel like I have to break him and then rush him like to eliminate him and for failure to rout. That's like that was my plan, and I think you saw that. That I was
Yeah. The
kind of
that
going for that, but
unfortunate aspect there.
well, I mean, but could you blame me though? Because I like you
Oh
saw what
yeah.
happened last. You saw what happened last scenario where it was like I'm getting pounded with artillery on the hill, and you're shooting me with all the guys, and I'm sitting there with my broken 8 morale. I'm like, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm
Yeah.
fine, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Exactly. And like, yeah, you have so much morale that like, you need a above average roll to reduce. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, like ELR, what the fuck's that? Like with like all the morales, like yeah, with
I
literally half the
still
Finnish army.
ELR. I still ELR'd once this game. That's how
I
bad my
know,
rolling was.
which is like I can't believe it, but like yeah, when you have 8 morale and your ELR's 4, it's like oh, you can't ELR a Finn until unless he's like a
Gotta
two,
gotta roll
3
above
morale.
12s essentially.
Yeah, and no, well, not even that because like for 838 Finns, they don't
Yeah, they'd
ELR,
split.
so
Yeah, yeah. Well, uh, what do we got next? So next one's obviously we're still sticking around with the Finnish stuff as much as we
yeah.
might gripe about it. Um,
Arctic Crossroads, I think, was the next one.
so there's Arctic Crossroads if you want to play that one. There's also Arctic Crossroads was pretty all right. There's another one that is also in that same area. And is also an official scenario if you want to touch it, which is Silent Death, scenario A11. Um,
I
not
remember that one. That's the night one, isn't it?
so it's like night before night,
Okay.
because like so uh, There's 6 turns, which is kind of strange to think about. 12 squads versus 15. Um, Kind of comparable in terms of like support weapons. Uh, EC snow, no wind at start, deep snow, extreme winter in effect. All buildings are single story and wooden. Molotov can be used to kindle a building. I think the objective is to like burn buildings and
If I
cause
were,
kills.
isn't this from like Crescendo Doom? Like
It's
originally.
A11, so I think it's from
Uh,
Beyond Valor.
no, it's not from It's not from Beyond Valor.
A11? Because it's not action pack.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, no, yeah, that might be.
Would
It
it
might
not
be in
be?
Beyond Valor now. I thought.
Oh no, it's not because Beyond Valor apparently. Wait, that's first edition. Man, well, actually,
Yeah, I'm thinking of. Yeah, I was like, I wasn't thinking third edition. But
Beyond Valor 2 only has the 10 scenarios, and they added rule red barricades.
yeah, so
Where
it's
the
probably in third
fuck
edition.
is
I can check actually.
Beyond Valor 3rd? Also no. So it is. I'm just write the silent death. All right. While I check this as well, I'm sure people have heard us babbling about for perhaps too long at this point. As always, thank you for watching. I hope that this was uh, indicative of the finished experience. I don't really know how else to put this. I'm gonna be in store for some pain next. Well, actually, no, not next Saturday because I will be out of town. But in 2 Saturdays' time, I guess I will be in for some more pain, as I will most likely take the Russians, so we can keep bouncing off and enjoy it that way. So I should see everybody on Monday, hopefully, and hopefully Rob and family is doing well. He's going through some stuff, so if anybody knows him or anything, please send your support. I'm sure he would appreciate it. And yeah, so should be a solo game on Monday and then a solo game next Monday. So bye.